All right, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the pad. Hope you guys are doing good. Keeping between the lines. Got your load secured. Dispensa, dog. The mic was not connected, Holmes. That's why it just kept going on and on and on and on. I'm like, damn, something's up right here, man. I can't hear myself. I'm over here messing with things, and I'm like, dog, it's not connected in the back, man. Hey, homie, some days just get longer than other days, right? All right, man. What's up, Raider Tommy? Sanjo Blanco 408. Hey, Prone Sky, what's going on, man? Shout outs to the Bronx, Holmes. That's right. What's up, Iron Tiger, son of God? Cule, cule, cule. It's not a guy, Holmes. Well, we're here to talk about it, man. I saw that too. Thecholotrucker, the Algerian one is a chick. Okay, man. Well, let's go ahead and get into it now. I Let me get my water a little closer, man. Now, I went ahead and did a live and covered this on my boxing channel, because it pertains to boxing. Um, and it just came to my mind, like, you know what? It's outside of boxing as well. So maybe I should go ahead and cover it here, because I don't know, what was it, last week or the week before, something like that, man. I went ahead and I did a live on my boxing channel talking about it, but I've seen that it's kind of buzz outside of the boxing world. So that's why I'm bringing it here to talk about it. What's up, Lord Spike? Stephanie Jones, keep it between the lines, girl. Keep it between the lines. So, all right, man. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. The Olympics. I think it's over, isn't it? I'll be real, man. I was not really all up on the Olympics this year. Um, I wasn't in protest, not watching it. I mean, everybody got, you know, there was a lot of man. There was a lot of controversy. I'll tell you guys this, man. Before we get started on the subject, I think the claim to fame of the Olympics this year was the controversy as opposed to the actual Olympics that was going on. I've been extremely busy, Holmes. I can't even tell you guys, dog, how much running around back and forth I've been doing. Damn, dog, I haven't even really been able to, watch my Dodgers and stuff like that, man. Just kind of keeping up with who wins just on the phone. But I've been extremely busy. Luckily, things are about to settle down now. Yeah, dog. I did not watch the Olympics. Again, it's not like I didn't watch it because in protest or anything, but I thought the Olympics um claim to fame this year was all the controversy, home straight out, dog. Uh, what's up, Shawano Rain? Just checking in. from Fremont, Nebraska. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. What's up, man? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Salvador Sanchez, Holmes, what's going on? What's going on? Olympics are over. Yeah, yeah. It seemed pretty fast too. Elon Musk getting sued and a couple others. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get into all that. Like I said, um, I wasn't really plan on talking about it too much because it was a boxing thing, so I just covered it on my boxing channel. But it's definitely gone outside of the boxing world. So, um, look for one. Before we get started, I'll just go ahead and say this. Um, I don't really. People try to make so many things political, and I've been seeing that in this. It's unfortunate. I don't care about your politics. I really don't care what side you're on, what side you're not on. I don't give a rat from the bottom of my heart. I really do not care. All right. So, Cholo, I don't girls fight. Periods. All right, Holmes. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into it. So, when this first broke out, people were saying that, hey, you know what? There's a couple of dudes, homie, that are fighting in women's boxing. It really raised the eyebrows, at least in the boxing world. It's like, oh, damn. I remember even a couple of boxing channels really being pissed about it. Getting on their soapboxes and saying like, how dare they let transgenders get in there and fight with dudes, right? Because that is what it seemed like it came off at first. One of the reasons why I made a video talking about why do I let things just pass on before me, myself personally, before I talk about it. Reasons like this, right? Um, for one, I don't want to get all up in my feelings. And for two, I want more information to come out. Not to say that all the information is out, but the Olympics is over. Okay. And I think personally, this story is just going to start fading away because on a global stage, the Olympics were going on and they were in there and they were fighting and they were destroying a lot of these women. And now that the Olympics is over, I think people, you give it a few days, man, it's just going to fade off. Nobody's really going to care anymore. Why? They're going to move on to the new thing, right? The new shiny toy, whatever that may be. So, a couple things that came out, right? Uh, well, first, let's go ahead and let's get to the information that was out there, that was being put out there. Okay, and that was that they were dudes. So a lot of people thought they were transgender. Okay, as of now, I have not really seen anything that shows what is really going on with them. A lot of speculation. Yes. People believing. I'm telling you guys right now, I don't know what to believe. Okay. I can say, I think this or I think that, but I can't tell you guys I believe this, or I can't tell you guys this is exactly what's going on because I don't know. All right. And really, do I really care that much? Not too much. All right. But let me go ahead and tell you guys this. All right. So the International Boxing Association, the IBA, actually disqualified both Iman Khalif and Lin Yu Ting, who Lin Yu Ting from Taiwan is not getting a lot of coverage. The one that's getting the most coverage by far, good gosh, Iman Khalif is probably getting like a good 95% of the coverage. Okay. Lin, I had to write that person's name down. Lin Yu Ting, nobody's really bringing that person up. Okay. That person is kind of like an afterthought. That for whatever reason, I got no idea, but everybody's talking about Iman Khalif by far a heck of a lot more. For whatever reason that is, I got no idea. Um, but anyway, the International Boxing Association, what's up, Droops? International Boxing Association disqualified them for the world championship. They were tested twice according to the IBA, and the IBA found them to have the XY chromosome, meaning that they came out with male chromosomes. Okay. Now, here's a couple of things. Some people don't want to believe the IBA. Why not? Well, there's a few things on why not. Okay. One is that they are linked with Russians, okay? The International Boxing Association. And just like I said on my boxing channel, and over there on my boxing channel, everything is boxing really runs on race and globally and country and stuff like that. So people don't trust Russians. That it just globally speaking and generally speaking, whenever you say Russian, people, immediately just get up like, oh, well, that means they're dirty. And by the way, the IBA was thrown off because they were fixing fights. All right, that's according to the IOC, the International Olympic Committee. So the IBA was found dirty, not for the testing, okay, but because they were fixing fights. All right. And by the way, I just want to make this clear. A lot of these, associations and committees, a lot of them are dirty. Okay. The Olympics here in the United States is not as big as it is to many other countries around the world. All right. Here in the States, generally speaking, nobody's really counting the days for the Olympics. In other places around the world, it's their lives. You have some not just boxers, but I can think of boxers that do not turn professional till they're like in their late 20s, even 30 years old. The reason why that is because they're fighting for the Olympics. They're fighting to go get that gold. Why? Because where they come from, that is what they fight for. Because in their country, that's a much, much bigger deal than becoming a professional world champion. Okay, is earning that gold. So here in the States, man, we're all kind of spoiled, rotten Americans, and we don't really, again, generally speaking, that is, don't really care too much about the Olympics, the way some of these other countries do. Not all countries, but a lot of the other countries globally, that is. So anyway, the IOC got rid or pushed out the IBA, who had came out and said, hey, they tested with the XY chromosome, right? Now, a couple of things have been coming out here, there, and everywhere. Okay. The IBA, they've came out publicly and they've been pretty transparent. Okay. If you guys don't want to believe them, don't believe them. I'm not going to tell you guys to believe them. Don't believe them. Now, some people have asked, hey, how come they don't release the test? Well, they can't release the test of the X showing the XY chromosome because Imane Khalif and Lin Yu Ting, again, I had to write that person's name down. Lin Yu Ting had lawyered up, and the IBA cannot release the test. All right. So for those that are asking, hey, why don't they just release the test? Why don't they release the test? They can't. Legally, they cannot release the test. So maybe they are lying. Maybe they're not. I got no idea. But Thomas Bach from the International Olympic Committee, he's came out and I heard what he was saying. And he said that going forward, they're going to go ahead and rethink on how they're going to be doing this, in the future, basically. And that was probably like with like a week left of the Olympics to go. And that basically just said to me, they're just going to ride this out, because people were saying, like, hey, you know what? Why don't you kill the controversy right here? Why don't you go ahead and test them and boom, problem solved, right? Now, there's a couple ways that you can look at this. And one of those things is like, well, if you test them, then you got to test everybody, right? We're in the middle of the Olympics. Do we really want to go down that route? I I wouldn't have seen such a big issue. The IOC, they went off their paperwork, passports and things. The passport got brought up a lot. The passport got brought up a lot, man. That hey, that shows that they're female, and the IOC that just kind of went off paperwork instead of the testing that apparently the IBA did. Now the IBA does do tests. Okay, so did they do tests? Yes. What's the results of the test? According to them, they came out with the XY chromosome. All right. But they have not shown it and they cannot show it. Legally, they cannot show it. Iman Khalif and Lin Yu Ting have lowered up. They cannot show it. All right. So that's why we can't see the test. The IOC has been pressured to go ahead and test them. The IOC has decided not to do it for whatever reason. All right. Um, this came out this now all these medical stuff, man, like DSD, basically like hermaphrodite, right? Pictures of Iman Khalifa came out when Khalif was a little kid, looks like a little girl, was raised as a little girl, all that stuff. All right, cool, whatever, so be it. I guess we're not supposed to use the term hermaphrodite anymore. I don't know, man. One of you guys could let me know, but basically, it's somebody born with a female to again, I'm no doctor or expert in any of this stuff, Holmes. Okay. But it's somebody born with like female genitals, but they have the testicles inside of them, right? Thus they do build testosterone. Thus they do have the XY chromosome. Okay. Now that's a sad position to be in. Okay. That's a position where it's like, damn, that sucks to be in, Holmes, because yeah, what do you do? Right? I mean, if this person is a woman but has testicles inside of them and they got the XY chromosome and are building testosterone, that's the bone structure is different. Um, Everything's gonna be inside you like a male. They dominated their competition. But I want to get to this as well. They have not gone undefeated. Actually, they actually have lost. They just didn't lose in the Olympics. And Homegirl came out, one of the chicks, one of the fighters that did beat, think I think she beat Iman Khalif uh, by points with the judges quite a while back. And I don't know if she wants recognition or if she's like on the side of them fighting or whatever it may be, but did come out and say like, "Hey, wait a second, I beat that person." So it's not like they've gone undefeated or anything. And yeah, it has come out that they have lost before, right? Um, where, when it comes to amateur boxing globally, it's pretty tough to get information. There's all kinds of amateur fights going on all over the place. I will tell you guys this. Spain's national boxing team commissioner barred Iman Khalif from working with the females there simply because it was too dangerous. She was too dangerous. As a matter of fact, he had Iman Khalif spar with one of the dudes in Spain and said, like, you know what, that seems to be a little bit more of your competition. Um, Whatever anybody wants to make of that, make of it. I'm just saying that's the news out there in the boxing world. Rafa Alonso from Spain, who used to be a boxer himself, had came out and said like, hey, you know what? No, we can't have you um, fighting our women. We can't have you sparring or working with our women. So you know, uh, she wasn't able to work with the Spanish team in Spain for the sparring sessions. whatever that means to anybody. Now, there is a lawsuit out there, right? So again, going back to uh, Ling Yu Ting and Iman Khalif. What are they? Okay. Are they guys pretending to be girls? Are they transgenders? Are they hermaphrodites? Which I guess you're not supposed to say that term. I don't know, whatever. But what are they? In all reality, none of us know. Okay. We can say that we know, but we really, truly do not know. All right. None of the tests are out. Now, I will say some stuff looks pretty suspicious. But things have always there's plenty of things that look suspicious that never really were, okay? I can't tell you that both of them are dudes. I can't tell you that both of them are hermaphrodites. I can't tell you that both of them are just straight out women. I can't tell you that both of them have this DSD or what's it called, the swine thing or anything of that nature because I don't know. Because none of that information is truly out there, with the exception of people just yelling it that that's what it is, and who's going to believe the Russian commissioner of the International Boxing Association? So, in reality, none of us know, and that's a very unsatisfying position for people to be in, especially the way I call us spoiled rotten Americans, especially spoiled rotten Americans, where it's like, no, I know. When in reality, we don't know. We really don't know. Okay. Now, there is a lawsuit out there. J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk is being sued for bullying. I remember Iman Khalif coming out and talking about that there's bullying going on and you shouldn't bully and things of that nature. And now I guess um, Khalif lowered up, just like they lowered up to keep the test secretive for the IBA. That's why the IBA cannot come out with the test, which that looks suspicious to me. Okay, that is what really looks suspicious to me. But at the same time, I can't tell you what is unless we see the test. And I guess they're going after Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling, the chick from that does the Harry Potter stuff. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but the chick behind Harry Potter. Another thing that looks suspicious to me, okay, and it looks like I'm kind of leaning a certain way, and to be honest with you guys, I am leaning a certain way, and I'll tell you guys which way I'm leaning. Um, just because of things that I see going on, but I can't tell you I know it for sure. I am leaning towards, I think there's something going on. I think they do have the XY chromosome. Again, I think, I don't know it or I don't believe it to be true. I think that because it does look suspicious. Okay. The fact that you would get your legal team behind you and the IBF and now legally cannot show the test. Um, the fact that you're lowered up and that you're going after Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling and you're not going to go after the IBA, that looks a little suspicious to me. Okay. Because if you go after the IBA, now they are going to have to bring out the test. All right. Now they are going to have to put out the test if you go after the International Boxing Association. All that being said, I don't know what's true. They both won gold medals. You had, I think it was the Italian chick who took 2 hits and decided to say no mas. Now, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'll get to the chats in a second, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. I wasn't in that ring, and I'm not that Italian girl. Okay, the hits didn't look that vicious. Okay, they just didn't. And for her to say that she's never been hit that hard, I'm not gonna say I don't believe her. All right. I'm just gonna say with my eyes looking at the TV, it just didn't seem that vicious of hits. Now, again, don't know what she felt, right? Maybe she started blacking out from one of her eyes or whatever. Maybe it was that vicious. That's why I'm telling you guys. I can't tell you guys, I know this, I know that. I don't. I could just tell you guys what I think. That is it. That is all anybody can really tell you guys. So whenever you guys are talking to anybody about it and they're telling you, I know this or this is what they are, this is what, don't know. They don't know. Okay. It just didn't seem vicious enough to say no mas. All right. It didn't seem like Khalif really winded up with those punches to really make that big of an impact was like, whoa, like damn, never been hit that hard. I'm quitting. Like it was a little bit odd. So there's a little bit of a conspiracy, a little bit of people coming out saying like it was a conspiracy. That person was put there on purpose so they can go ahead and wild this story up a little bit more. And I'm gonna tell you guys, man, I don't believe that there was a conspiracy, but I don't know. Maybe there was some sort of little protest on her part. Maybe again, like I said, I don't know, but it didn't seem those punches didn't seem too vicious to say like, hey, no mas. But at the same time, wasn't there. I don't know what she felt. Okay. Um, there were a couple of fighters, a couple of female fighters that were throwing up the X sign, right? For the chromosomes, XX. Now, where do I stand in all of this before I get to you guys' comments, man? Where do I stand with people like this, if any of this is true? Okay. Um, regardless on how you identify, um, to me, I say you go off the chromosome, right? XX versus XX, XY versus XY, and that's the way it should be. Now, if there is anything else genetically that happens where somebody has some sort of thrown off chromosomes or whatever, hey, look, homie, I mean, life is not fair. You know, you can't make life fair for every single person. If you're 5'3" and your dream is to play in the NBA, it's not gonna happen. Okay. And if it does, somebody's gonna make a movie about you. But that's not gonna happen. If you're 6'5", and your dream is to win the Kentucky Derby on a horse, not gonna happen, homie. You're too big, you're too tall. And if you do, somebody's gonna make a movie about you. All right. But again, if they do have this condition where they did come out with female parts, but they do build testosterone because they do have testicles inside of them. That's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. But if they do have the XY chromosome, if they do, I'm not saying they do, I'm saying if they do, my belief is then they should be fighting with the dudes. Okay. It's unfortunate. All right. But these things happen. And it's very difficult, or you can't just make it fair just across the board all the way through, man. There are special conditions and you're gonna have to make a choice. One thing that I didn't like from Thomas Bach, head of the International Olympic Committee, is that he basically came out and he was like, man, I don't know what an answer is. He knew what the answer is. He just didn't want to. He's looking for an answer that wouldn't ruffle any feathers. And I think that's where we're at today. Well, that's what it seems like we're at today in so many things, as opposed to, no, you know what? This is going to be the answer and it's going to ruffle some feathers. So be it. But this is the way it's going to be. At times you're going to have to be the bad guy. Right. But yeah, so that's basically out there. No, now this lawsuit, is it really gonna go anywhere? Look, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, man, with Min Khalif over there suing J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk. These people have a lot of money, and I'm not even really sure what you're gonna go for in your lawsuit, because you didn't lose any money and you weren't kicked out of the Olympics. You won the gold, as a matter of fact. So I'm not really sure what you're going to go after. It is a little suspicious to me that you're going after them and not after the IBA. Okay. Because it's because of the International Boxing Association why all this first started. And they're the ones that have the test. And it is a little suspicious to me on why the IOC wouldn't test either. Okay. But the reason why it's suspicious to me why they won't go and sue the IBA is because if they do, then the IBA has the right to defend themselves, and now they would be able to make the test public. But with that, hey, homie, now this is over. And as much as everybody cared about it, I think just as fast people are not going to care about it. Now the Olympics is done. Nobody's reporting on it anymore. And I just think uh, people like to jump on things, man, and really, show that they truly care about it until it's not the hot topic anymore, and then it just fades off, and then you just look for the next thing to jump on the next hot topic, and so on and so forth, Holmes. But yeah, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. I believe there is something going on, or I think I should say that think, not believe. I think there is something going on. If I had to guess, I would think they do have the XY chromosome. Okay, I don't know that, but I would think they do. And I in this case, I do think there is some validity to what the IBA is saying, or else they wouldn't be silenced the way they were legally, the way they were. So, but don't know, and maybe we'll never know. So let me see what you guys are saying here, man. The Spence, Elon Musk getting sued, and a couple of others. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Olympics are over. Yeah, man. I was so damn busy. It was crazy, Holmes. I it just never had a chance to watch any of it. But let me see. Tell me, Chono, don't fight. Okay, let me see. I was a girl boxer. I would quit not fighting a guy. Just not fair. Okay, okay. And I was, some people were talking about that. Some people were thinking, hey, are there going to be some female boxers that just say, like, you know what, just to make a point in there, say no, right? Let me see. LLIBF. Mm, talking about the professional sanctioning body, the IBF, because these are amateurs, and it was the IBA, International Boxing Association, that was testing it, at least previously, before they got kicked out by the IOC. Um, Boxers ran mafia worldwide, low key. That's why it's called prize fighting. Oldest way of crime to wash money. Man, oh man, dog. I just I would have loved to been around, in the days when boxing was huge in New York, right? Because Vegas, it took it over somewhere around like the 80s or something. But like back in New York, man, when boxing was huge back then, and you would see all the mob dudes, man, just like sitting ringside. Why not just make a shots fired? Okay, you know what? All right, look, I just taking that comment and turning it realistic, right? People have said, hey, you know what? For all like the transgender or even cases like this, right? Why not they just have their own sports and do their own thing? Well, here's why. Okay. Reason why is because there's not enough of them. There's not enough of them. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you this, man, it's hard enough for certain women from certain weight divisions to find good competition because there's just not a lot of them. You know, you can't force people to be part of a sport or part of an industry or whatever. I mean, that's a very, very, very low percentage of the population already. And on top of that, now you're going to have to find the athletes of that very, 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 very low percentage of it already. You know, so it's look, man, I could just tell everybody this, man. Life isn't fair for everybody, you know. Let me see the real Tesh B. Drop your short. Let me see. Oh man, you guys are wrong, Holmes. Let me see. They let that happen so they can say they can compete with women. Let's see here. Man. Oh gosh, man. I do look like a lady. Oh man. By the way, just real quick, I don't know if anybody heard, but Aerosmith is done, man. I guess shoot, what the heck's his name? Good gosh, I can't believe it, dog. His name escaped me. Dog, the lead singer for Aerosmith. Damn it. I'm embarrassed now, dog. I guess that's it. His vocal cords are done. He had surgery or something like that. So that's it for that group, man. Classic group. Classic, iconic, man. Let me see. They can reach Cholo. All this is propaganda, low key. People are, yeah. You know, I heard she was born a girl and boosted up on testosterone. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds. You're gonna hear all kinds of things out there, man. I can't say yes or no or anything. You know, I wouldn't want my granddaughter to fight her, but this is ridiculous. Calling her a man because she was born with this condition. Men are born with it, and they get picked on because they're girly. Okay, yeah. I mean, look, if you're born with a condition, that sucks, man. Life is beautiful. So are they, Jara Zapata. Somebody knows. Somebody knows. Hey, look. Somebody knows. Okay, definitely somebody knows. Okay, the Most Highest children. Let's see, the whole story is messed up. Well, look. What I don't like is people fighting back and forth, and this goes on with a lot of things, dog. It goes on with a lot of things where it's like people just fighting back and forth with the things that you're not even really sure. You just choose to believe this person, but you don't know that to be true. You're believing it, but you don't know it to be true yourself. And then this person believes this person over here. So now these two people are going to fight each other when in reality, neither one of them really actually know the truth, right? It's just this person decided to believe this and this person decided to believe that. So now let's just battle. And it's like, okay, guys, you neither one of you actually know what the real truth is. And reality, maybe none of us will ever know what the real truth is. Let me see. FIFA is on. Oh, yeah, FIFA, another one. Uh-huh. Ceremonies, closing ceremonies, of course, there are controversy. Yeah. And why isn't America worried about how they're treated instead of worrying about other country did an American fight them? You know what, Didi? I remember on my live that I did talking about this on my boxing channel. Um, you're spoiled. You know, in a way we all are, man. In a way we all are. Globally speaking, in a way we all are. Some more than others, and nobody likes to admit it, but in a way we all are. Let me see. Nah, that's why she quit. Okay. I think you're talking about the Italian fighter there. Let me catch up on some of these, man, before I start going back. Let me see. Why do you care about another country if it didn't affect us? No disrespect. Let me see. You did it. Grateful for life, Floor Spike. Okay, I think I'm almost all caught up, Holmes. Let me see. Didi says, can't fight dudes. They're not strong enough. They need sit out sorry for their misfortunes. You know, Didi, that's pretty much where I stand. Where you put it right there. Um, it sucks that you got this. If you do have this condition, it sucks that you got this condition and you just can't compete. You just can't compete. It's like, well, that's not fair. Yeah, hey, look, life's not fair. I mean, you just can't compete. We can't risk everybody else, to suit you. It sucks. It's sad that to put it and word it that way, but that's the truth. Again, just like I said, if you're 6'5" and you love horses and you want to be, competitively racing horses and win the contingent, you're 6'5", homie. It's not gonna happen. Dog, lose lose 2 feet and then come back. But it's just not gonna. Hey, well, that's not fair. I didn't choose to be 6'5". Yeah, well, hey, it's unfortunate. Sucks, sad, but that's where it is, man. Let me see. I watch real boxing. Canelo. Oh, watches girl boxing. Oh. Yeah, okay. Shawana Rain, look, you're right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of female boxing, of women boxing. I recently started watching a little bit more boxing. I will say like Clarissa Shields, she's one that has a tough time finding a competition because she's a bigger girl, and there's not a lot of girls in boxing in those weight classes. Most of the girls globally that are in boxing are in 140 pounds and under. A lot of the smaller weight divisions, 126, that's where you find a lot more competition when it comes to females. But you're not going to find a lot of females that are fighting at 160, 168. It's not there. And it's unfortunate for her. It's not her fault, but, that's what it is. Let me see. I didn't. We didn't have a dog in the fight. No, gymnastics was wrong. Okay. Lito the boss. I like it. Lito the boss. Let me see. Why do people think they're better than us? Good gosh, Holmes. Okay, Steven Tyler. Good son. God dang it, dog. I'm embarrassed, homie. I am embarrassed over here. Steve Tyler. Okay, so the band Aerosmith is done. Is done, man. What an iconic band right there. Don't know if it's true. And let me see, Didi. Oh shoot. Let's see, Didi. Okay, don't know if it's true. And then you repeat it like crazy people. Yes, absolutely. Only the Olympics can a man get paid for beating up women. Oh man. Well, look, um, whatever the truth is, the X Files, the truth is out there, right? Um, whatever the truth is, man, maybe, hopefully, one day it will come out. I don't know the laws. I have a tough time following the laws here in California. A lot of things change pretty often, so I don't even really know how the laws really work in other places. But like I said, things look suspicious. Before I end this, I want to tell you guys again, making it clear. Um, I do not know, but it does look suspicious that they do have the XY chromosome, whether that's being trans or whether that's having this condition, the DSD condition. Okay. either way, it looks very, very suspicious to me that the IOC wouldn't do a simple test, and that legally now the IBA is forced not to release the test, and that now Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling is being sued, but not the IBA, because if they sue the IBA will then be able to release the test. That looks very suspicious to me. Okay. That makes me think that there is an XY chromosome for whatever reason, whether it's this condition, the DSD condition, the transsexual, whatever it may be. It makes me think that there's something to it, but I don't know. They have lost. They have lost. I don't have any record of that. That was a female fighter that came out and said that. Uh, Amateur boxing is very tough um, in a global sense to follow it. But look, now it's over with, and now everybody could go on and talk about the hot new topic. So hopefully something comes out of this, and hopefully the IOC does better testing in the future, where they can be a little bit more transparent. Because as of right now, the IBA, which are Russian connected, they've been pretty transparent. They've been very transparent, whether you want to believe them or not. They've been transparent. They could be complete liars, but they've been transparent. So we'll see what happens. Let me see. Trans need their own leagues when it comes to sports. There's just not enough of them. There's just it's a very low population already. And on top of that, you got to get the athletes. There's just not enough of them. I grew up in Cali. I would never understand. Neither will I. Neither will I. My brothers either got up with these laws. All right. I think that's a good part to end it right there, man. Hey, gracias for everybody tapping in, man. Whether you're live or whether you catch this on the archives again, um, stop acting like you really truly know. We don't know. Okay. And we hate to admit that we don't know. It's like when I was young, I remember when people used to say from the streets, like, you don't know what's up, homie. You don't know what's up. Ooh, dog. Nobody want to hear that. It was like a gangster code, homie. You tell somebody you don't know what's up, it's almost like fighting words. Like, damn, huh? You don't know what's up. Like, ooh, you took that to the heart, right? But in reality, we don't know. Okay, we don't know. But hopefully one day we will. And hopefully the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, actually is transparent and does some of these tests, man. But I'll leave you guys right there. As always, familia, live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of surroundings and always keep a safe distance. Blood, make sure you lay below to make family. Till next time, this is the Troll Trucker. Over and out.